Hi, welcome back to In the Kitchen.
Música que envolve.
Come to Hudson County Community College
For courses that transfer to four-year schools.
and provide credentials for in-demand careers.
They're the newest technologies and facilities anywhere.
And caring professors and staff to help me succeed.
A great education and full campus life.
All for a fraction of the cost of most four-year schools.
Hudson County Community College.
Close to home,
Affordable,
high quality.
life-changing.
Register now.
Wow, it is hot today. It is 88 degrees, and I'm in here cooking, but you know what? We got to eat. I love to cook, so why not? I have a great show for you. If you remember a few weeks back, I had Linda Clifford. She was on Sunday Brunch. Now remember, Sunday Brunch comes on every other Sunday, and we invite guests to come on. And we talk about food, we talk about anything. It's not scripted, we do not plan it. We just go with the flow, as you can see. And people seem to be liking it. They really do seem to be liking it. So that's on every other Sunday, and it comes on Facebook Live from the Hudson County Community College, HCCC, the Continuing Ed Club. You'll see a pop-up here, so you'll have directions to where to go, and you can go there and you can watch it as well as on my website, chefreneehewlett.com. Well, yes, today we have Linda Clifford. Get my pan nice and hot. Linda Clifford, on a few weeks ago, did the hit song, Runaway Love. We all loved it. We got the Runaway Love. I can't sing, let me stop. No, mess up her hip. Yeah, well, she's gonna be on. She likes to cook. Actually, she likes to bake. Yes, and she's gonna make a sour cream pound cake. Wait until you see this. It looks so good. When she made it, I wanted to jump through Zoom and get myself a piece with a big old scoop of ice cream, like I need ice cream. Okay, but anyway, so today I made these, you know, your regular lasagna. I made them in rolls, and I put them in a pan like this, and each was rolled like that. But on the inside, I had ricotta cheese, and I had a little mozzarella cheese, and main part of it, I had some fresh spinach. Let me tell you, it was so good. People saw it and they was asking me, what did you put in it? Well, today, since it became very popular, I decided to make it. Now, I have a little salt, I have some pepper, I have butter, and I have olive oil, because that's how I sort of saute my spinach. My pan is getting kind of hot. Let me add, while I talk to you, I can be doing this part. There we go, the bam. Oh. Now you know I forgot something. How could I forget? Yeah, because it's so hot in here. My wine, my white Zinfandel. Good. I have to go upstate to Domaine del Riviere, property up there, the little mansion up there, and pick up some more of their wine, because they are my sponsor and I love their wine. Okay, let's put, this pan should actually, you know what, my hands are clean. This pan should actually be hotter, which I did turn it up. It'll get there. Then we can cook down. Oh, it's getting there. I could hear it starting to sizzle. Okay, let's do this. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is gonna be so good. Yeah. And it looks like it's a lot, as you know, but it cooks down. And you say, I'm sure people who are just learning how to cook, and they said, okay, let me add a little, let me put this here. let me add a little spinach to the pan, and they turn around, they put just a little bit. What happened to the spinach? It disappears. Yeah, because the spinach cooks down. It looks away. So as I was saying, I have ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese. I have some freshly grated parm. I have some basil. I have some butter if needed. I have pepper. I have salt. And I want to kick it up just a little bit. I have pepper flakes. That's left up to you. You do not have to add pepper flakes. And then I have, yes, R.L. Schreiber. I'm going to pick the roasted garlic pepper and add to it. All right? Let's see. Ooh, it's falling off the pan. Oh, yeah. This is looking good. Watch how this melts down. Melts. You hear me? Like it's going to melt away. Watch how this wilts. Come back in here. Watch how this wilts in no time. And also, on the side, I have my lasagna noodle. Okay? What I did not cook it all the way. I just cook it until it gets a little soft. When you're able to take your tongs here and lift it and it sort of hangs, you know it's ready because it's going in the oven and that's going to finish cooking. Okay, because this is going to go real fast. I'm going to add a little salt to it. Now remember, watch your salt intake. Look how this. Remember how it was stacked up? Just a little salt. Yeah, and you know, salt just draws out the moisture and all that inside your food, you know, but I cook with very little of it and just add a lot of herbs to it, and that will work. So I got a little salt. See how that, look at that. Get a little Schreiber. Schreiber has a lot of stuff. This is the roasted garlic. I have plenty of it over there and over there. But what I have behind me, this is the roasted garlic. I have buffalo wing spice. This is sweet and smoky rotisserie, great on chicken. Salmon fish seasoning, could you imagine what that's like? Over here I have lemon pepper, and this is salt-free. And this is Chipotle Mountain Rub. Could you imagine what that's like? Oh my goodness. Real good. Yes. And they have so much seasons and rubs and bases, you know, for soups. And also, I got in some fresh dried mushroom, a variety pack. Oh, really good. Okay. That's good. This goes here, you go back, and he sent me that little rack to go along with it. So everything is there as you see here. While this is working, I'll let you know I have my own brand coming out, which I'm going to start small. It's going to be wooden spoons, spatulas, all those nice little things that you need and you could use in your kitchen. That's going to be coming out in another month or so, maybe 2 months, after I get finished updating the website, because I am changing it. It's about time. Okay, look at that. See, that's a nice amount to go with, you know, with all of this and when I roll it in and put it in between. All right, let's take, and it smells good. I think I want to add just a little piece of butter. It is not going to help, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to hurt. Getting a little tongue-tied here every day. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So, I'll let that, give it another minute until that butter melts, and then I want to take it out and put it in a bowl and let it cool down just a little bit. Okay? Let's give it one more swirl. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells good. All right. That's that for now. Like I said, when I come back, after you watch Linda Clifford, then we'll start working on the rest of this and just try to put it all together. All right, I'll be right back. Stay right there. Welcome back, everybody, to In the Kitchen. I have a big surprise for you. You know who is here. And I am so happy. I used to play her music when I was a DJ at the Inferno and beyond that, because everybody wanted to hear the hit song, Runaway Love. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Miss Linda Clifford. Yay!
Hey! Hi, what's happening?
Hi, Linda. We've been talking for the past week or so, planning this, and it's such a pleasure to have met you. You are well known. Everybody in the world knows your name, and especially house heads. You know, garage days and days get days when T. Scott and Larry Levan, your music was played all the time. All the time. Oh my goodness. Linda, how did you get into the music industry? Tell us.
You know, actually, it was by accident. I was very, very young, and quite honestly, I was clumsy. So my parents decided to put me in school for dancing to see if I could develop some grace.
Okay.
They said, this girl's gonna kill herself falling down. So they put me in this school, and the school also had not singing lessons, but performance lessons.
Okay.
You know, how to perform a song, not necessarily how to sing it, but that was where I would just go crazy.
Performing,
so I was 4 years old, and they would put us in a line and sing these wonderful tunes. And for some reason, they said I stood out and that I should be in singing more than dancing. And that's where I really felt my absolute best. So I continued to study dance, jazz and ballet. I could still do a time step. Okay. So, and so I did that for 16 years, along with singing and performing with this troupe out of the school. So that was the beginning of my journey, and I never really looked back. I didn't want to do anything else. That was it for me.
You just wanted to sing.
I said, let me get up there and sing a song.
Yeah, well, look, as long as a person has a beautiful voice, they will make it like you. But some of them they didn't have. But you know what? We have to give them the credit for at least trying.
Absolutely. I mean, if you have a dream, you have to, you know, if there's something that really brings you joy and bliss, you have to follow that to the very end. Try, you have to try. And in this business especially, it is really, really hard. And at one point, well, not one point, several times actually, I took my portfolio and all my stuff because my dream was Broadway. Wanted to do Broadway.
Really? I wanted to do Broadway because I used to sing also when I was in high school. George Washington High School in New York. I don't think they have it anymore. It used to be called All City High School Chorus.
Yes.
You familiar with it?
Of course.
I was in All City High School Chorus. Yeah, and they had the All City High School Orchestra, and we used to practice at Julie Richmond High School.
Okay.
On Saturdays.
Wow.
I tried it for a minute. I wanted to dance. You know, you're at that age. You want to try this. You want to try that.
Right.
And look at me and look at you now. You know,
I know.
You did it. Yeah. So tell us more. What is, you know, how was it after you got your first hit? And you know, who were the people responsible?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the people responsible was Curtis Mayfield.
Oh, really?
His record label, because that's where I signed. You know, I eventually ended up in Chicago.
Okay.
And at the time, you know, I had just divorced, and I had a 1-year-old baby. I was raising my little sister and a foster child, a teenage foster child. I had a house full.
Okay.
And singing in nightclubs, and I thought, gee, this is great, but how long can I do this and survive? I've got to think ahead for these children.
True.
So I thought, maybe if I can jump in and get a recording and get some kind of thing happening. So I heard about Curtom Records on another side of town in Chicago. So I got all dressed up and got my hair, like I was somebody. And went there, and I think I must have fooled the receptionist, because she led me right upstairs to the president of the company.
She did?
Yes. Walked right in like I knew what I was doing. And yeah, Curtis was not there that day, but his business manager and partner, he was in, and he saw me. I walked in, and at the time I was singing at the Playboy Club on Michigan Avenue in Chicago.
Okay.
And I invited him, of course, and I invited Curtis, to come in and hear me sing. I said, I'm a singer and I'm looking to do some recording, blah, blah, blah. I gave him the whole speech. And I left there and I thought, oh my God, I can't believe nobody locked me up. I mean, I was just, sometimes you have to do, when you get desperate, your back's against the wall, you do things that
You got to make it work. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I went back home. I went to work that night. I didn't see anybody come in from the record company. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, at least I tried.
Yeah.
I guess about 2 or 3 nights later, there's this big rustle bustle thing going on in the room where we were performing, and I look out and they put all these tables together.
Okay.
And sure enough, in walks Curtis Mayfield, his partner, and about 6 or 8 other people.
And you were nervous.
They sat right in front of the stage, okay, and it was like all eyes on me.
Yes.
So needless to say, I thought, okay, this is my big chance. I'm gonna give them everything.
Everything. Let it.
Rita, Barbara Streisand.
Oh, I love doing those days. It's still today. Yeah.
I did everything I could think of. We did the band. We did songs from Fiddler on the Roof. I mean, we just covered the gambit of music.
How long was that session?
I think that was about 45 minutes.
Oh, and they sat for 45 minutes. That means they like you. They like you.
45 minutes, and then talked to me after the set was over, and 3 days later, I had a contract.
That's if they're gonna spend 45 minutes, that means something was. They said, "Come on, we got to hear more. Let her get relaxed." Yes. And
they were watching the people who were in the crowd also to see their reactions to what I was doing. At the time, Roberta Flack with oh God, what was that first big hit? The First Time.
The first time ever I saw your face. Beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, we did that. We did Sly and the Family Stone. We were working.
Fun in the summertime.
Fun, yes. We did it all. So it really paid off. And I got this contract and I thought, oh my gosh.
It worked.
Well, now I got to find some songs to do. So in the very beginning, and they wanted to get in the studio right away. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we really didn't have a lot of original tunes ready. So one of the songs that I did was the Lou Rawls tune. Oh gosh, now I can't think of the name of it.
Oh, I
now on.
Huh?
From now on. Things are going to be different, baby. Do you remember that?
Which one? Sing it again.
From now on. You don't remember that song?
I would really have to hear it. I'm sure I know it.
You do,
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
So we recorded that, and it started moving up the charts. They were like, "Oh my God, this song!" And they were surprised. It was like, "Oh, somebody liked it." So, yeah. So I went on like a little promotional tour, and I met a lot of the DJs who were going to be playing it, and a lot of press and that kind of thing. So that's how it started, really.
Wow. Now, where did Runaway Love come in?
Runaway, we, okay. I'm gonna tell the story one more time. Runaway Love was started out as a joke
Okay.
because, like I said, I had just divorced. I was talking about my ex-husband.
Oh, now I'm getting it now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the studio, the band starts playing this little groove, not knowing what was happening. And I just stepped up to the mic and started talking about him with his raggedy butt. And the engineer started recording.
Oh,
That's where Runaway Love came from.
really? And
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people know the song, and
Yeah.
we are going to play a little piece of it right about now.
Woo!
Linda Clifford's track of Runaway Love. I love it. I'm getting goosebumps because I really love this song. I really loved it. Listen to this, and we'll be right back. Okay, this is where it's playing. Okay, here I go. The part two. Didn't I tell you you was gonna like that song? Didn't I tell you? Don't you remember that song, you garage heads? You know it. You know the song. Linda, that is a song that's going to be around like forever. It sounds like it's about 125 beats, which is sort of moderate. I mean, some people, I found sometime that when artists perform, if it's recorded at 125 beats, they sing it at 128, 29, 30 beats.
Yeah,
They speed it up. To me, it takes away from it. But that song is going to last forever.
Well, Renee, the thing about it, it's already 40 some odd years old.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that
Do
old.
you think about that for a second? I mean, 40 years old, and people play that song just like it just got released.
Yeah, because it's catchy.
It gets played everywhere. And I think a lot of other people have gone through similar experiences. Everybody dealt with that one person who is just not together.
I mean, you really did it. You put your mark on it. And also you put a mark on cooking. Your manager, George, told me that you really can cook. You can bake. What are you making for us today, Linda? I am ready. Let me tell you, I like being on the stove cooking. I'm not a baker. When I was in culinary school and the dough got on my hand, I told the chef, what's all this on my fingers? She said, Renee, calm down. She said, get a little flour, it'll come off. I put some flour, it's still on here. I never only thing I bake is cornbread.
See, and I love to bake. I'm not like a cooker person, like an everyday. I do that too, but not like I love to bake.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna watch you, and I'm still gonna talk to you while you're over here making. What are you making now?
I'm making a sour cream pound cake.
Mm.
And I love this cake actually because you can add extra flavor to it. For instance, the average baking thing that you do, put a tablespoon of vanilla. You can also add almond, if that's your favorite. You can add. I happen to use banana flavoring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it extract?
Yeah.
Or is this banana itself or an extract?
It's an extract.
Extract. Okay.
Cake is done. If you want to do something a little more fancy, I take a brown sugar and caramelize it and add fresh bananas to that and serve that over the cake.
Did I tell you that I have a drone?
Oh God.
That I'm gonna send to your child, and it's gonna come down like this. Go ahead, Linda. We're gonna watch you as you work, and you can explain what you're doing.
First of all, when you're making this cake, and I love that everybody's watching a little bit. I have already creamed my sugar and my butter because I think that would take a while, and I didn't want to take away from our conversation. Okay. And now I am sifting flour, the salt, and baking soda.
How much flour do you approximately have there?
3 cups of flour,
Okay.
a
All purpose?
quarter teaspoon of baking soda, quarter
Uh-huh.
teaspoon of salt. And we are sifting that into this bowl,
Mhm.
okay?
Now, is that all-purpose flour or is
It
it?
is all-purpose
Okay.
flour.
Because I learned in school they have a bread flour, they have this
And
flour.
have cake flour,
No,
bread,
they have flours for everything.
right. I'm using all-purpose,
Okay.
okay?
Isn't that something they took Aunt Jemima's face off of the container of flour? Remember?
Oh, please.
You know what I did? I saw on Amazon they have flour with Aunt Jemima's face on it, and I
You
bought
bought
it.
it.
I bought it, and it's in my
Yeah, I
pantry
did the
right there.
same thing.
You
I
did the
did
same.
thing. Yep,
Yeah, there you go.
I
Okay,
sure.
next, what do
All
you do?
right, so now we're going to, over here in my little mixer, I am going to slowly but surely add this mixture that I put together with the butter and
Uh-huh.
the sugar. Okay, so now it's 3. Hold on, let me get this started. So you've got 3 sticks of butter, salted butter,
Room temperature?
room temperature salted butter, and 2 cups of granulated sugar.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So you add that in.
Now you have to do that slowly, huh?
Exactly.
Okay.
Time you don't want your flour and half your time.
It'll be all over the place.
They're looking like Lucille Ball and everything.
Ah!
What is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, Linda is a comedian. When we first met, she had me laughing so much that my throat was hurting. I said, this woman is crazy in a good way, and we need people to smile and joke around a lot like I do. I know that. I
That's
know.
right. Try
Yeah,
to bring happiness in the world.
that's it. That's it. So what are you doing now?
Okay, so now the cake requires 4 eggs.
Okay.
So you're going to crack your eggs and put them in one at a time. You want to make sure your egg is clean and clear.
Oh, okay. Now,
So every once in a while, you get
altogether,
those-
when you put the eggs in, well, we're watching you live do this, so I guess it's going to be a good 5 minutes or so that you letting it go around, mix rather.
So that's egg number 2. We got that in.
Oh, I think I can do this.
You can do this. I was.
We
you
have
know,
we have a mixer like that at home, right
do
here.
you?
Yes,
Yeah, we should do something together.
yes. Well, you know what I'm going to do.
Fun.
Yes, this is what I'm going to do. In the summer, I'm inviting everyone, if they can make it, who's been on the show like you're doing cooking. And I'm gonna have about 5 or 6 people in Zoom cooking all at the same time.
Oh,
And
that's.
you get to meet this person, that person, and I'm gonna say, Linda, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, well, I'm at so-and-so point. Anthony, what are you doing? And I'm gonna have about 5 or 6 people, and we're gonna make it a whole hour or so of just.
Do you know how
cooking.
much fun that would be?
I'm going to do it. I already invited people, and they said yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to add my sour cream.
Is that
So
one thing
8
of
ounce.
sour cream? That 8 ounce? Okay.
8 ounces of sour cream. We're gonna add that right in there.
Now, what number do you have the mixer on?
Right now, I have it on 3, but I'm fixing to turn this baby up. Because ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh my goodness. You started slow, but you're gonna crank it up, huh?
That's right. I'm gonna crank this baby up. And sometimes during this process, you want to scrape your sides, make sure you
Okay.
get
Mhm.
all of that so that everything is included in this mix. like that. Okay. And then you can crank it up,
Okay.
and that's what I
So
got.
you just have flour and sugar
Flour.
and banana extract, right?
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, you haven't done. Do
Don't
you?
be rushing, Renee.
Okay, chef.
All right. I should have my hat on. No. So there.
Ooh. Okay. Ah.
I do have to say, when you have a mixer like this, you don't have to keep it running for a long period of time. It really does
True.
the job. Like, boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you have? What do you have in there? The paddle? Do you have the paddle in there in the mix?
No, I have the whisk.
The whisk. I mean the whisk.
Yes, I'm using the
Okay.
whisk.
Okay. I told you I don't bake, so I'm asking all these questions.
All right, so now I'm going to add my vanilla extract, which is
Okay.
1 tablespoon. Let that get mixed in there.
So you're doing it in layers.
Exactly. And
Good.
you know, you don't want to just dump everything in a bowl and stir it up.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that, that won't work. And now I've added my banana extract.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to put the top on this and turn it up one more time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is good.
I know it must smell good already, right?
It smells so good. Seriously, it already smells great. Okay, so now we are just about ready to put this in our pan. And
Oh.
so whatever kind of pan you choose to use, I'm using like a bunt pan, a nice bunt, so that it looks cute when it comes out.
Yes.
It must look cute. You know?
Of course. Otherwise, nobody's gonna eat it. People eat. People eat with their eyes. They eat with their.
Honey, that's half the battle. You
I know.
got to make it look good, and people will say, "Oh, I want a piece of that."
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use my little butt pan, and which I have already prepared, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so I used, and please don't nobody write to me on Facebook or in my email box talking about the environment. Yes, I use Pam. It's a spray. Okay.
Oh yeah. Pam comes. They had it as aerosol, but I'm sure now they have it as a spray. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I've had people say, "Oh, that's no good for the environment." And believe me, I mean, we do a lot of things here. This is a household that is, don't do this, don't do that. It's not good for the environment. So we try to do all the right things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that.
When you
Okay.
look in, look at it.
Ooh.
See that?
Oh wow.
That's good stuff right there.
I see.
Yes, it's fabulous. So here's my little butt pan,
Oh, okay. Okay.
which I have prepared with my pan and
And
flour.
flour. I'm learning. I'm taking your class, Chef Linda.
Well, I'm gonna take yours then. Now we're going to pour this into our butt pan slowly. And
Push it to your left a little. To your left a little so we can see. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
okay. And we're going to
Wow.
pan around a little bit
Okay.
like that.
Mm, 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 mm. You hear me? Mm,
Yes. When you were a kid, you wanted to lick the spoon. The
yeah.
mama would be cooking something in the kitchen.
Let me say it up. Be careful, there's eggs in it. But you know
Yeah.
what? But you know what? When we were young and we did it, the eggs didn't bother us. It wasn't that we was eating a whole raw egg. You know what I mean?
And not only that, but the farmers were not feeding the chickens all kinds of weird stuff.
That's
like,
true. That's true. Yes, you're right.
you
Mhm.
know, now there's a lot of heaven only knows what in some of these grains and stuff that they feed the animals on the
Yeah.
farms. We have to be really careful. Anyway,
Hey,
so you got your stuff in your
you gotta
pan.
shake, 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 shake.
Shake your booty.
Shake your booty.
There you go.
Okay.
Kind of get it all even.
Mm-hmm.
You stick it in the oven at a 300-degree temperature.
Oh, 300.
300 for 2 hours.
Oh, so you slowly doing it. Well, some people cook at high temp. I don't like cooking anything, say for instance, at 400 degrees. I think it's rushing it.
That's way, way too
Yeah,
high.
I would prefer 350. Let it cook slowly.
Yes. And so I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven.
Okay.
And while we continue to talk, so that's cooking. Set my timer for 2 hours.
Wow,
And there you have it.
that was easy.
It was very easy.
Wow.
I'll show you what the finished product should look like.
Uh-oh. Dun, drum roll. Whoa, look at that.
So,
You knocked the ball right out of the park. Oh, that is gorgeous.
thank you.
Woo. Oh my
You
goodness.
know, yeah.
Look at your window. I think my drone is outside.
Well, tell your drone to come on in. I'm gonna give him a peek.
That looks amazing. So that's confectionate sugar on.
Confectioner sugar, and what I did was just hang on, give it a few love taps, beat that on it like that. And shall we cut it?
Yes, we shall.
Let's just see. Oh Lord, please let this be right. Lord, let it be right, okay?
Excuse me.
And let me just, I forgot to get a little plate for us to try. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
So, okay, so here's our.
Ooh, look at that. Wow.
Isn't that
That
cute?
looks so good. Turn it around. Let's see. The cake on the. Yeah, let's see. Woo! Look at that. It's a daggone shame. Yeah.
This is one of the easier ones, and a lot of people will ask me, for recipes for things. And this is the first one I will send people. I'm like, okay, make this because it's easy.
Yeah.
And but there are some things that, take a lot more time and are a lot more involved. There's another cake that I do like to make because it's like therapy. It takes so long. Okay. It's a black and white tuxedo cake.
Black and white tuxedo cake.
Yes.
Never heard of that one.
Ooh, it's 4 layers.
Oh my goodness. So Linda, you do a lot of baking, huh?
I'm kind of the dessert person, whenever there's an event happening or something in the neighborhood or we're going to a friend's house, that's what they always ask me to please bring, a bread pudding, or would you make anything? And, that. So, and I love doing it.
And you know what? It shows in your final, when it comes out your oven,
Oh.
It shows. So let me ask you.
Yeah.
Relating to the music industry, are you going to do anything, or you just relaxing now? And what is it you have in your hand? Something you're going to put on that cake?
I was going to say, a lot of times we will put some fresh strawberries.
Now, Linda,
Uh,
I'm coming over there. I'm gonna smack you.
I generally make my own. with
Let's
the
see.
knife.
Put that up to the
Okay.
camera. Put that up to the camera. I want to see
Oh.
it.
Doo-doo.
Wow. Turn it around. Turn around. Look at that. Woo.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Low calorie.
No calorie. That is good. So going back, are you going to? Are you involved in any performances now? Do you do any?
You know, that is still my favorite thing to do, is to go out and perform. And yes, I am still performing. I have not been back in the studio for a while, but I think that might be coming soon.
Okay.
It's a possibility. But because of the pandemic and the havoc,
Oh, true. True.
there hasn't been a lot. I haven't been working like everybody else in the entertainment industry. So now things are starting to open up again.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
And I do
Wow.
have cooking, so I'm going to be jumping around a little bit.
Well, you know what? If you ever come this way into New Jersey, you let me know ahead of time so you can come by and we can hang out and shoot a fad, and I'll invite a couple of friends by who know you by name and say, "Come on by, Linda is coming, and she's gonna bake."
Oh, Lord. That would be fun. I would love it. I would
Yes,
really love
yes,
it.
yes, yes. Well, Linda, I really, really, from deep inside of my heart, my friend, I really, really, truly appreciate you taking the time today to put this fabulous cake together,
Well, thanks.
and talk to us and bring us, up to par with what you're doing, because you have a name. Everybody knows you. And I'm sure they're going to say, "Oh, Linda Clifford, Linda Clifford." And and by the time this is released, you would have already been on Sunday Brunch, which is coming up on Sunday.
Right.
So we're looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And tell George for his contribution to helping to pull us together. And what are you doing? Are you going to tease us and eat some?
Oh, it's so good. Come on
Oh yes, I'm gonna be on my drone. Linda, thank you so much. I'm gonna speak to you very shortly. I'll give you a buzz, okay?
over. All right, darling.
And you continue to be safe, my friend. We are buddies. We got something in common.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.
Same to you.
Until next time.
Okay, I'm back. Wasn't that good? Didn't that? Let me tell you, that sour cream pound cake, and then she got the confected sugar on top of it. Oh, imagine that with some good old big scoop of ice cream, and you just sit back and talk with your friends, or watch a movie or something like that. Really good. Okay, told you, you was gonna love it. Okay, let's get on with this because we got a lot of work to do. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit of work to do. Okay. All right, so the first thing, I have some parsley here, which, let me move this stuff out the way. I have some parsley here that I want to chop up. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay, that's good. There we go. Okay, let's move this to the side. Of course, I forgot something. Be right back. Bye-bye. Okay, let's take our parsley and just add it to this little bowl here. Right here. And we're good. All right, next, have my ricotta cheese. what I'm going to do is add an egg. 1 beaten egg. There we go. And I have a fork. I'm beating this egg. Remember I told Beat the Streets years ago? Beat the Streets. Who made that? Gil Adams, I think. All right. We're going to add the egg to our mix. Then we're going to add, let me see what I want to do next. Oh, I'm going to add just a little parm. Got a big chunk there. Yeah, a little parm. Really good. All right, now I'm going to add a little parsley. Not too much, just a little. A little pepper. We have some basil. Just some basil in there. It's gonna give it nice color, nice richness. And I'm just gonna add just a pinch of pepper flakes. Okay. We have some more cheese here. Look at me. We have some more cheese here, but we'll add that in a minute. Let's put this on the side. So right now, I want to mix this up. And then after I do this, I'm gonna add the spinach. Look at that, real nice. There we go. Oh yeah, we throwing down. You know, that's my favorite word. We are throwing down on this. And this ricotta cheese, by the way, came from Andrea Salu Maria store on Central Avenue here in Jersey City Heights. Really good, as well as the red sauce that we're going to use. That also came from their store. Really good. Okay, so we have, oh, excuse me. We have this part. And now, what am I? Oh, I want to add my spinach. Yes. And this is what everybody was asking. Oh, Renee, what's that you have rolled up in there? It is nice, fresh spinach. If you want, you can buy the frozen spinach. You'll have to let it thaw. And then wring it with the towel because it has a lot of water in it. Okay, there we go. Woo, it's gonna be delicious. I made this before and we threw down. Did you hear me? We threw down. Okay, add a little mozzarella in here. Y'all know I am crazy. Yeah, because you know, you want to eat. You want that food to be mouth-watering. You want to say, oh my goodness, that is so good. Oh, wow. Okay, we are almost there. Ooh. It is, what they say, a dang on shame. It looks good and it's gonna taste good again. I must say myself. Oh boy, I think I want a little bit more spinach. Just a pinch. The rest I can eat on the side. Okay, do this. There we go. Wow. Wait until this is rolled. Now, as you see, I have my sauce. This is really, really a good sauce from Andre Sala Maria store, once again, here in Jersey City on Central Avenue. It is made in the store. It is really, really good. Trust me, if I was you, I would buy it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm putting a small amount in the bottom of the pan. Okay, just a little. And this will keep our pasta shells from sticking to the pan. Okay, that part is done. Now it's time to roll them. What I have here, now this is how I did it the last time. Let's start from here. I have, and my hands are clean, I put that amount, and I put it so it'll go almost to the middle. Okay, let's roll. We can put this here. Let's roll one. I go like this, and it's really, really easy. See? Let me add just a little bit more. Okay. Because we want this cheese and this ricotta cheese. Then I roll it. As you notice, the cheese is being pushed to the end. Now look at that. My hands are a mess, but it's as simple as that. Then I take this and I lay it seam down in the pan. You see that? Seam down. Let's do another. This is fun, and you can get the kids involved in this. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be saying, oh, well, let me do one. And then when it comes out the oven, you know what they're gonna say, oh, that's the one I did. No, I did that one. No. It's so good. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna roll this one again. Push. Keep it in there. It might squeeze out a little bit, but that's okay. Gotta keep it even. See, it's going all the way to the end. This little piece overcooked. Here we go. Okay. Let's keep this party going. Oop. There's some more. I got a lot of this actually, but I have enough to make, about 12. And I think my neighbor down the street said, oh, I want one. Okay, not a problem. We're gonna roll this one. I put a lot. Nothing wrong with that. Keep it in. Try to roll it straight and not a mess like I'm doing. Here we go. Look at that. Now this one is a little larger. And it keeps going and going. And some more. We'll do one more. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Now notice I'm pushing it to the middle, and that will help it compared to the first one to the middle, and that will help it push it to the end of the lasagna noodle. Okay, let's get it in. Push. Get it in. Push. This one, I need a little bit more. Oh, yeah. There we go. And look at that. Okay, that is good. Well, we have more to go. I'm going to put them together and then we're going to finish up this dish, okay? Okay, I'm back. Look at this. Look at this. Real good, real good. Took some time to put these together, but like I said earlier, if you can get the kids involved, your husband involved, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your lover, whomever. All right, now, what I do next, I take my sauce, the sauce from Andrea Salu Maria, and I add it in this next to each other, just a little bit. You want this sauce in there. Oh, I'm telling you, this sauce is so good. I guarantee when you buy it, you're gonna go back for it again. You tell them I sent you. Okay. There we go. Put some in this pan on the side. Okay, now, look at that. It's getting there. It's not finished yet. Okay, I want to take a little basil, a little basil, and I cut it up. Let's just sprinkle a little, because we're going to layer this bad boy. Oh, this basil smells so good. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now that we did that, now I want to put a little Parm cheese. Just a sprinkle. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, a big old chunk one in there that time. Okay. Look how that's coming out. The best. Now I'm gonna take some parm. Now let me put a little bit more sauce. Just a little bit. Just a little sprinkle. Yeah, see? I don't want to sprinkle it on my jacket. My chef jacket from El Tribos. Of course. Okay. Now I have some shredded parm. Right on top. And then you're going to cover this and put it in the oven until the cheese melts. Don't keep it in there a very long time, because you know sometimes some cheeses, they get hard. And we don't want that to happen. Okay. Now I'm gonna add the rest of my sauce. Boy, this is for dinner. What do we got? 3, 6, 9. We got 11 pieces. Oh boy, look at this. Wait until you see the end result of this. You're gonna scream and say, "Renee, I'm coming by." Plenty of sauce. Don't worry, I got more of this sauce in the refrigerator. That's right. Okay, there we go. Oh, that looks so good. One more little sprinkle of parm. No, first I want to make this have a little kick to it, so I'm just going to sprinkle some little pepper flakes on top, just to give it that little kick. Doesn't hurt. Okay. Whew. A little bit more parm here, and we are done. I really cooked today. Okay, here we go. Okay. Until next time. Continue to stay safe.